Okay, hello. I just wanted to mention one thing before I went to bed. I just came across this story from the BBC. Came out, well, at least they put it on YouTube 2 days ago. So I imagine it came out 2 days ago, maybe. But this is just a story on the Titan sub, the little submersible that imploded while they were looking at the Titanic wreck. Okay, and just some new information was they basically had the point of where it went bang on video. Okay, just an interesting story to pop up right now. Why is this interesting? I mean, I talked about Madonna and this connection to the numbers of pi. Um, so here's Madonna's birthday. Let's just go to the big pie chart, which is the dartboard. Here's 816, and if we look across, yeah, 413, numbers of pi opposite it. Now James Cameron, JC, James Cameron, who did Titanic the film, also is born on 816, same as Madonna. So we've got JC, the connection to Jesus Christ, Madonna, check the connection to Jesus Christ. Okay, the 816 here, these numbers, and what is fascinating is
Power off.
Speaker's gone off. Scares the crap out of me every time it does that. But sorry, it's distracted. But what we've got right now is a palindromic number to today's date. So that story came out a couple of days ago, and today's date happens to be, that I'm doing the video on, happens to be palindromic, with that connection back to Titanic. This is the sinking date of Titanic when it sank. And so this is just interesting that that story pops up a couple of days before this. Okay, now what is fascinating about this particular date, 526, is if we drop down in May here, May the 26th is the 146th day of the year, which is extremely interesting with this connection to Donald Trump, because of course the 14th of June is Donald Trump's birthday. So it's just a nice little connection back to Donald Trump, back to Madonna, through James Cameron. I talked about a whole bunch of stuff. I think it was the 11th and 12th of May that the 41300 number jump. Okay, so if we go back, let's just do it. Here we go. So you can see it's the 12th or the 11th if you add on the day. Okay, so we were looking at 511, 512 for Madonna. It was just, just the fact that that was interesting. If you notice as well, if we look across here, you'll see that 512 ties into that number there, into the sort of the cross that you would have with the 816, the 413, and then we come across perpendicular, and we've got the 125 and the 172. Okay, just interesting connections. If we do a number jump, okay, from her birthday last year through to this particular date, here we go, we've got a 9/11 showing up, 9 months 11 days. If we do from Christmas, because we want to do with Christmas, because Madonna, obviously the connection to Jesus Christ, so we want to do the Christmas date, again, 152. That's fascinating with, it's jumbled up what we were just looking at there on the dartboard, but again, these numbers are on the dollar bill as well, which is interesting. And what else do we have in here? 9/11/2001 through, you'll notice it's 23 years, 258 days. What's interesting about that is at the beginning of Back to the Future, where we have the the AMP blow up. Okay, and all the clocks are set wrong. They're 25 minutes off. Okay, so the clocks are going off. It's 8 o'clock and it's actually 8:25, so it's 25 minutes past 8. This is kind of interesting with the AMP blowing up. And of course we got the variation on that is 23 years, 8 months, 16 days. So the 8/16 in there again. And then what else we got here? This isn't as interesting. I just put in a Hoover Dam date. This is the federal takeover of the Hoover Dam, 3/1/1936 through to this particular date. Nothing majorly interesting there, I don't think. 89 years, 86 days. Okay, the 86, and also this is also a flip. You can flip that to 68, which is kind of interesting. I think there was it this one? No, it was one of these that had a prime number attached to it. Can't remember which one it was now. Does it matter? No. We won't worry about it. I think I don't know, was this one prime? Hang on a minute, let's go back up and see what that was. So there's the 25th there. Let's see the 26th. No. I could have sworn I came across something that was interesting. I've probably got it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that's the video basically. It was just the fact that this random story popped up about that submersible again. Methinks the reason why is because, you know, we're close to this date here. Well, we're on it now, but the story is close to this date. So okay, well, that's interesting as well. 113 years, 1 month, 11 days, the 111. So yeah. Anyway, I think there was some other bits and pieces that I could have talked about with this one, but we'll just keep it fairly short. Okay, thanks for watching. Right, bye.